Okay, good evening and salutations. It is me, Spark the Unknown. I don't know what the hell is going on outside, but something is going on. Essentially, this is an economics project that I was making high school around mid-year, and I wanted to show this off. Not because I'm proud of it, rather it's because I have nothing better to show. Aside from that, please do enjoy the video, and I'm gonna go die now. See ya. What is a credit card? Essentially, a credit card is a little piece of plastic that lets you borrow money from the bank associated with the card, allowing you to purchase goods and services or withdraw money from an ATM. Now, mind you, you are borrowing money. This money doesn't come out of thin air, and the people you're borrowing from expect something in return: interest. So do keep that in mind when using your credit card. Other things to keep in mind are making sure you pay off your debt and know your spending will affect your credit score. This will all be explained further in the video. A credit card holds immense power, but like a dead uncle once said,
"With great power comes great responsibility."
what can you do with a credit card? As mentioned before, a credit card is used to borrow money from the bank that issued the card. The credit card itself is an agreement between you and the bank that allows you to obtain funds. This is similar to a loan, but with the main differences being that it's instant and that there's a limit to how much you can charge on your card, depending on the issuer's set limit. But like loans, you have to pay it back eventually. You usually do this at the end of the month to avoid being charged interest for your debt. Always make sure to talk to your lender to ensure what day you have to pay off your credit card debt. Again, if you fail to pay off your debt, interest will be added to your existing debt. Let's say your card's interest rate is 12% each year, so that means you'll be charged 1% interest per month. If your debt is around $100, then you'll be charged $1 due to interest. Paying off your credit card debt will help immensely in building your credit score and having a good credit history. With the topic of credit score in mind, what is credit score? For the sake of this video, credit score is a numerical number that's associated with your credit card history. The higher your credit score, the better your history. Good history shows how likely you are to repay loans and that you pay them on time. Credit score is calculated using your history of repaying the money you've borrowed, the types of loans you've had, how long you've had a line of credit or loan, and how much debt you owe. Lenders will trust you with their borrowed money or goods if they see you with a good credit score. With a higher credit score, you'll be able to obtain loans with lower interest, a higher credit card limit, and lower interest rates, and have an easier time getting an apartment since you'll never be able to afford your own home in this economy. As mentioned, many factors contribute to your history, so make sure to stay on top of your game so that you don't tarnish the score you already have. Your score makes all the difference between getting accepted or denied for an important loan. What not to do with one? There are a couple of things you shouldn't do with your credit card, one being that you shouldn't reach your credit card's limit. A rule of thumb for most cards is to never use more than 30% of your limit. Maxing out your credit card can lead to your credit score dropping, so please try your hardest not to do this. Another no-no is making minimum payments on the card or not making payments. The lender sets a day where you have to make a payment before being charged interest. They also set a minimum payment amount, such as 1% of your debt, that you have to pay the day your payment is due. These minimum payments are a trap that leads to an ever-growing debt. You end up never paying off the debt in full, and most likely you're still using that same credit card, meaning that you end up owing more the following month. And not paying them at all is a surefire way to end up with even more debt, being hit with late fees and higher interest rates. Now, for the people who have fallen into debt, How do you manage your credit card debt? Well, you should only use your credit card if you already have the money to pay it off. Sometimes you need to borrow money you can't currently pay off. Managing credit card debt can seem daunting, but do not fear, for I have a solution. First, you should pay off more than the credit card's minimum to avoid compounding debt. Try paying off the interest plus some more. This is so you can start paying off your debt rather than letting it build up. If you have multiple cards for whatever reason, you could start by tackling the card with the highest interest rate first, then work your way to cards with lower interest rates. If this is impossible, then you should consider fixing your budget. You can't be living that high life if you can't afford it. Try using debt reduction tools like Rocket Money to view transactions and see what exactly you're spending your money. If you tend to forget to make payments or procrastinate, then look into automating payments. If you have a good credit score but your credit card debt seems to be overwhelming, consider getting a fixed rate debt consolidation loan. While you still need to pay interest, it isn't as bad as your credit cards. You could also try to negotiate with your lenders. They could waive fees and lessen interest rates, making your job of paying off your debt a lot easier. Okay, this is Berto from the future. Essentially, if you notice the little cut in between the credits, I cut out my name. That's really it. Aside from that, there's the video. That's it. It's nothing crazy. Well, on the side note, I might as well consider making funny more videos. Expect a different one soon. Maybe like at most a week, and if you don't get it in a week, then I went on hiatus again. So hooray! Aside from that, that's it. See ya.